The way we learn today is just wrong. Learning needs to be less like memorization and more like Angry Birds. 50% of school dropouts name boredom as the #1 reason that they left. How do we get our kids to want to learn? The challenge is, in the old-style educational system, you start at an A, and every time you get something wrong, your score gets lower and lower and lower. In the gaming world, it's just the opposite. You start with 0, and every time you accomplish something right, your score gets higher and higher and higher. It completely flips the way we currently learn. Think about what you do when you play a game. You observe the problem. You form a hypothesis, and then you test the hypothesis, and ultimately you learn and you try it again. It's actually the same as the scientific method. The trick is to make kids as addicted to learning as they are to gaming. I want to share a story, one of the most compelling examples that I've ever heard of gamification. Proteins are the basic building block of your cells, and for the longest time, predicting how a protein folds has been a very difficult problem. A group of graduate students asked the question, is the ability of the human brain able to predict protein folding better than the computer? And they created a game called Fold It, in which the user gets a protein and then begins to manipulate it and fold it on the screen. The lower the stress and strain on that protein molecule, the better their score. Well, it turned out that humans were much better at folding proteins. It turned out that the best protein folder was a woman who during the day was an executive secretary at a rehab clinic, and who at night became the best protein folder on the planet. Gaming outperforms textbooks in every area. Customized gaming teaches creativity and innovation. Pilots and surgeons trained on video games outperform those who are not. So where is this all going? The future of education is an AI that can teach my child or your child and gives them an education that's so personalized, so perfect, that the wealthiest people on the planet would never be able to afford it. That's a future in which education is much better than we can possibly ever imagine.
We humans are natural explorers. We can't help ourselves. Whether it's new worlds across treacherous landscapes or planets and galaxies beyond our imagination, the unknown calls to us, and we are driven to discover what's out there. But in all of our centuries of exploring, we've barely scratched the surface of one of the most fascinating places in the universe, our own ocean. It covers 2/3 of our planet, yet since the dawn of time, we've only explored 5% of it. Crushing pressures, extreme temperatures, and all-consuming darkness make exploration nearly impossible. The ocean remains the greatest mystery on Earth. What's going on down there? What discoveries await us? What new and fascinating forms of life will we find? The $7 million Shell Ocean Discovery X Prize is a global competition challenging teams to push the boundaries of existing ocean technologies and create safer, faster, and affordable ways of exploring the deep sea. This includes a $1 million bonus funded by NOAA for breakthroughs in chemical and biological sensors. By harnessing the power of autonomous underwater robotics, teams will illuminate the deep with high-resolution mapping and advanced imaging systems on a scale never seen before. The answers to some of humanity's oldest questions, or the cures to our most deadly diseases, could be waiting to be discovered. Imagine a future in which our ocean is healthy, valued, and understood. Be part of the discovery. Form a team or follow the competition online. The Shell Ocean Discovery X Prize. Getting to the bottom of our ocean. Find out more at oceandiscovery.xprize.org.
The Qualcomm Tricorder X Prize really was set up to find a way to provide anyone with the ability to diagnose diseases.
And a lot of diagnostics today are very siloed. It might be a thermometer, a blood pressure device, or a lab test. But now in our exponential age, our age of digital and connected and mobile health, what if we could connect those together and put those in the hands of each of us, the consumer, the patient, to make healthcare smarter, more actionable, and more proactive.
The era of just putting blind trust in the medical profession is over, and that's a great thing. Working in the ER is what I do. The majority of patients really are just looking for a diagnosis, looking for medical advice, people that don't have anywhere else to turn. If they had this at home, I mean, it would help 90% of the cases that come to the emergency room. The tricorder that we're developing for this competition, it's more advanced than the tricorder from the Star Trek series. This is hundreds of years in the future from what we're developing. Oh, the top buttons. Oh, nice. That's cool. And they got 3 LEDs, and we only have 2. Our team is really a family affair. Initially, it was just myself and my brother. And we realized we need some broader skill sets to really get this done. My other brother's a practicing urologist and an electrical engineer, and my sister's a health policy guru, and bringing in friends that are experts in mobile technology, user experience design.
He has a vision for where this is going, and that really gives us the energy to get this to the end.
Working in the ER, it's been critical in developing this device. We have to get to a diagnosis quickly. You know, we broke down that process of all the diagnostic steps. We took that apart and we coded it, and that's the brain of our system. It's really the art and science of medicine mingling together. This tricorder, coming from science fiction into reality, is amazing. This is the wave of the future. There's going to be tons of these kinds of devices on the market. All of our team members have full-time jobs doing something else. So what we can scrap together on my kitchen table and in my den is what we're putting together. But don't underestimate that. We're going to get this done.
Imagine a future that remembers that civilization was born by the marriage of male and female energy, recognizing that together it creates the greatest force of nature. This prize will revolutionize the reach and respect for women by combining male and female intellect in equal parts to enhance the world by exponential abundance.
Our world faces a persistent gap in access to opportunities and decision-making power for women. This prize, X Squared, enhances existing and future X Prizes with a financial bonus for teams who hire women into contributing roles, and rewards teams even more with an additional bonus when the most senior executive in the team is a woman. Empowered women and girls contribute to the health and productivity of their families, communities, and countries, creating a ripple effect that benefits everyone. This prize is important. The lasting impact it will have on our world is significant. Vote for this prize. Men in this room, vote for this prize. Make your mother proud.
And because I'm so passionate about the power of this prize and the trajectory it will take for women in the world and their careers, I've agreed to finance this prize myself.